Hey everybody, this is a no-brainer here. It's Brian from Northern Power and Safety, and I'm going to give you the hard facts on why you need to trade in your old traditional Lotto tag system in for the Lockout ID system, because Lockout ID is the last tag that you will ever need to purchase. I'm here at www.lockoutids.com, and I want to show you right here at the top the calculator for savings. Now, all you have to do here is put in some numbers. We have some basic numbers here, but you put in the ones that actually fit your situation. Let's say for argument's sake, we're going to be talking about 25 workers. That's not a lot, but it's a pretty decent amount. We're going to imagine that we're paying just $1 for each of the security tags that we're using, these traditional lotto tags that are filling up these landfills and really killing our planet. So you're paying that, and we're going to assume that each year, each of those workers is going to go through 75 of those tags. Now we're calculating the savings here, and we are going to figure in a 10% waste factor because if we're using 75 tags, there are bound to be mistakes. Bound to be mistakes. So you're going to have a 10% waste factor. Factoring that in, you're paying for 25 users right now about $2,000 a year. That's a $2,000 annual cost to your operating expenditures account or operating expenses count. Compare that with the Lockout ID, which is the only and the last tag you will ever need to buy at $250 a year for that same amount of users. So let's break it down. Each tag is about at $10. It's $9.99. The annual licensing fee for it is included for the first year, so that is $0. So your total out-of-pocket cost is $250, which nets you $1,813 in savings right there for your operating expenses for the year. Now, when we look at past year one into year two plus, we have an amortized tag cost, which we'll be looking at for 3 years, of $83 and an annual license of $8 per tag. So we're looking at just $283, slightly more here in the first 3 years after that free period has expired, but we are still saving over $1,000 and actually about $1,800 still in savings that you can move to something else. So you don't have to, you're spending this money right now on traditional tags, which you are throwing away, and you're hurting the planet by doing that. So what's involved in this license that you're talking about, Brian? Well, the license is giving you access to our digital online supervisor portal and all the digital features that get better and better as time goes on. Every month or so, we are taking feedback and we are generating new and better features for the Lockout ID portal. So that's what you get. You also get any support here in the United States. You can call us, you can email us, you can Teams message, all of that stuff. It's all supported within the United States. The Lockout ID system is created and manufactured and supported all in the United States. We do not outsource for any of this stuff. It's all built in the country. So we see that this is what we consider a no-brainer. You're spending way too much right now, and you're not doing the planet any favors. So switching to Lockout ID, even if you start a small pilot, will save you money. Will save you money because you won't be spending all that money on tags that essentially you waste. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you really quickly this cost comparison. As we see, these very tall pillars in red are what you're spending right now. That's what's draining out of that operational expenses account. And the blue that's a little as lower is your cost of the Lockout ID system. And then the green bar way up there is telling you the cost savings, which you can allocate anywhere. So my call to action to you is to visit www.lockoutids.com. And I want you to put in the numbers, put in your workers, put in the costs that you have for tags. What are you paying? On average, it's about 80 cents to $1.50 a tag, depending on where you get it and what the bulk size is that you get it, and about how many tags your workers are using annually. And I challenge you to see if you can beat the Lockout ID price. If you can, then continue with your traditional tags. My ask is, if you can't, give Lockout ID a chance and see how it works with your efficiency and the safety of your workers. And then find a good use for all that money that you're saving. And be sure to comment and to share within your networks so that we can share the safety. And together, as a society of workers and engineers, we can bring the lockout, tagout, citations, and fines to zero. Thanks for watching and stay safe out there.